On today's video, I'm going to show you how to increase your personal capacity for wealth. Hi everybody, I'm Jason Everett, one of the trainers down here at Business Refuel. And if we're going to talk about wealth, we got to talk about your definition of wealth because it's different for everyone. So my question to you is, how do you define your wealth? Well, I'll define it for me, and maybe that'll help you out a little bit. Is that the way I define wealth is being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it without being concerned about how it impacts your pocketbook. That's financial wealth. When you talk about relational wealth, I define that as having a group of people around you that push you and challenge you to become greater than you are, and they see you as greater than you see yourself. And then in the relationships around you, do they pour love into your life? And do you have people that you can pour love into? That is wealth in a relational situation. But I want to talk about financial wealth for just a second, because oftentimes people come to me and they say, Jason, I want to make more money, I want to increase my capacity, I want to get more out of everything that I do every day. And I was recently reminded of a long time ago when I was living in a two-bedroom condo and my expenses were around $1,500 a month. Now I just went, oh my gosh, I wish my expenses were around $1,500 a month. But I was also reminded of the things that I couldn't do in my life at that point. I wasn't traveling all over the world, I wasn't training, I wasn't doing these amazing things that have been able to be really a blessed opportunity in my life to be able to go do. So I said, okay, well, what have I done to increase that capacity that allows me to not only be able to have much larger bills and much larger income, but be able to do those great things that I wanted to do in my life when I wanted to do them? Well, there are two things you need to pay attention to. And one, I want to give you a word, it's called satisficing. And I heard this word a long time ago, and the word satisfice just means to get to a level where you're satisfied and sufficed at the same moment. And this has been really impactful as I've talked to people about it, is that most people get to a level of satisficing when they've achieved wealth or ability or a house or finances that's just greater than their parents had, or maybe greater than your grandparents had. It's like once you feel that you're doing just a little better than your parents, most people will satisfice and stop continuing to work and grow in the direction they want. I'm going to let that sink in for a second, because I want you to look at your life and say, have I just been striving to be a little bit better than my parents? Or is there something else that's driving me up to the level of success that I want to have? Okay, so that's one, satisfies. Number two is capacity. I talked about capacity. How do you increase that capacity? Well, look, if you want to know somebody's capacity for money, wealth, dollar amounts, and what they do, you've got to look at what's the largest check that you write on a monthly basis. If the largest check you write is your mortgage or your house payment or your rent payment or whatever that is, whatever that number is, for most people, if you have to pay for something and it's over that amount, that's when money starts to become scary for you. So, some people have a $1,000 a month payment, some people have a $10,000 a month payment, some people have a $100,000 a month payment they make, yes, just for their living expenses for what they do. So again, the question to you is, what's the largest check that you write on a monthly basis? And is that the number that if it's larger than that, it scares you? If it's lower than that, it's okay. So I want you to use those two things to talk about and just think about, and even if it just marinades with you over the next couple of weeks, I want you to think about how those two things can impact your future capacity for generating wealth. If you have some other tips, I'd love to hear them from you about how you can increase your capacity for wealth, and write them in the comments section below. I'd love to know, because I'm always working on that myself. So if you like this video or videos like this, check us out, facebook.com/businessrefuel, or subscribe to our channel at youtube.com/businessrefuel. Hope you enjoy these videos, share them with other people, and spread the wealth and make sure the information gets out there. And until then, be outstanding to everyone you interact with. Take care.